Just seems like Sammy's effort was kind of exactly what you preach.
Yeah, I mean, good, and let's do it against everybody, but yeah, absolutely, and you'll become a crowd favorite doing that very quick, so good job. Bear hugs are good, we need to maybe work a little bit harder at, catching the guy where you don't let him wiggle off his back and get the fall there. And then we're ironing that position out, then we're pretty bulletproof, but good job for sure, and coming back to they gotta stop it. And then, the guy got a freebie really, and then you go out there and you just keep doing what you're doing. Don't let anything bother you. You're scoring 10 or 12 or 15 takedowns, even if they take 10 or 12 or 15 of them off the board. And that's just frame of mind, mindset.
What'd you see from Clark?
Clark, good. He got into those 2 low singles early. Minnesota's, obviously working hard on the bottom position. You can see that at 149. You can see that at 133. I think we can probably do a little bit more, like where you're really popping to get a guy flat on his belly, and then keeping him on his belly, controlling his hips more. And for Clark, it was hard to ride the guy. And then when he got to his feet again, it was a long period where, the crowd probably wants more. And for Corey Clark to really get into his element, he's going to have to do more there and create more openings with movement and the things that he does best. And it kind of slowed down there, and we let the guy slow us down. But great job. I mean, good job.
Brooks and Clark both kind of said that they look to Gilman to get that energy, and they want to emulate what he's doing too out on the mat. Is that kind of how everyone on the team feels?
I think that, like I said, I think he's a natural to look to. He's, generally going to be the first guy out there. And, that mindset, he runs that locker room. And if there's things that are out of line, he'll let you know it. And that's what we need. That's what coaches need, and that's what programs need. And he's not afraid of, maybe making a 5-minute enemy because of something he says. What he says is a true evaluation, and it's dead on. And he's a pretty thoughtful guy. He's a very independent thinker, and he's not a guy that just shoots from the hip. So if he says something, it's probably accurate.
Yeah, Stoll had a really nice one for you guys tonight. What his progression this year? How good has it been for him?
We've been talking about Sam Stoll for a long time. There was a question mark. I don't think there's a question mark anymore. The only question mark is how consistent he's going to be going forward, and then what happens when you get into the postseason. The way that he carries himself is veteran-like. You're worried about this match a little bit. Not when I say worried is a strong word, but just because it's Minnesota, it's Krols, but I read his comments in the paper, and that puts this guy at rest. And there's some humor there too, but, not letting the past get to you, and then not letting a big opportunity and a big event on a calendar because it's your home state, and, there's a lot of overlap there with the story with the University of Minnesota, and not letting that get to you, but going out there and performing. And the big guy can move, can he? I mean, he can move. Birak's the one that gets me, and these rules that we have, we have this video review, and we just got to get an independent rep. But the thing is, you can't get an independent rep because it's an Olympic sport. We got to keep costs down. So you either gotta get rid of the rule because it takes you 5 minutes to get to the video review, or you gotta make a true, honest assessment on what happened out there, and you have to divorce yourself from all emotion from the previous call. It's that simple. And it's by the rules. And, you know, some things I said on the radio, I'll probably get fined. I don't know. I've never been fined. I've never been approached about a fine. I know you can't talk about the officials. I'm not talking about the officials. I'm talking about the rules and how the rules are applied. Matt Zeitz is a good official. He's a dang good official. He's one of the best we got. But that rule handcuffs him in that situation. He had both legs, and where I sit,
Anything else?
Tom, what'd you think of Grothus?
Grothus got beat to the punch when he needed to beat his guy to the punch. Grothus got beat to the punch when he needed to beat his guy to the punch on offense. And then when he stopped him and the guy's hands weren't locked, and then you have like 13 or 15 seconds and it's coming down to the end, you can't let him dart back in on you. And the thing about Thorne was he was scoring, or he was shooting to score. He wasn't shooting to lock and hold. Because when he locked and hold, Grothus's length was giving him problems. And so the guy made a good adjustment there in the end where he was coming up with it. And, you know, we got beat to the punch. If we stop a guy and his hands aren't locked, we got to come out with good position, with our head in the right position. We got to be more bent over at the waist, and then we basically steer him right into our setup and get into our hold. So we got an opportunity with 12 seconds to go or 13 seconds to go or whatever it is. And I don't think that guy was trying to kill the clock. I give that guy credit for not being typical. And we needed to be ready for that. And that's where our guys need to maybe have a little bit more imagination. Our guys that, you know, want to put themselves in the conversation, and especially in matches like that. And then, you know, I mentioned on the radio also, you know, Stoll and Cooper. You know, Stoll needs to ride that out in that third period. You know, you're riding the guy's hip and you come out front and you give him a free escape. It's 5-2. You're going up on riding time. You come out front, he escapes. It's 5-3, no riding time. That's big. You just gave the guy another breath. And when his oxygen tank was on 0, you gave him new life. And so we still ended up slamming the door on him. But we got to iron that out. And then with Cooper, there was in the first period, you know, stay back on those hips and ride him those last 8 seconds. Instead, there's a stalemate out front. 8 seconds go, the guy gets a whistle start. And then Cooper getting called for stall. It doesn't have to be that. His overtime shouldn't have been overtime. Edwin Cooper's overtime should have been, you know, mid-third period, mid-second period, beginning of the third period. You know, just go. I mean, you're staring at that left leg. Just go. That's your best shot, stud. Just go.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Courtney, you mentioned Brooke. Did you get him one?
We got Brooks, yeah.
Yeah, we did. Thank you.